behold, the 1200 Sportster. I was asked to do another one of these because I didn't do a full screen video of the removal of the rear fender. So now we're gonna do that properly. There's not much to this. If you've got the backrest, you need to take the backrest off. Seat bolt, license plate bolts, take the brake light out, unplug it. Got a one there, and one back under there for the indicator. And there's a big thingy there as well to undo for the fender off thing. So let's get started. This is going to be messy. This is going to be your best friend. I'm going to start off by putting this on everything. Just going to find the other side of these. One there that's attached to the plate. One there, that's a nut. There's one here, that's also a nut. So let's start off with, these are super easy to get off. Just push that there and roll it back. Same on that side, push it in, roll back. There you go. First piece of the puzzle. Next you want a screwdriver. Good way to do this is get yourself a decent screwdriver with a hole in the handle. Stick another screwdriver through it, put your weight down on top, and then you can use your other hand to move it. God, I hate these seat screws. There we go. Even now I've undone it, it's still tight. There we go, it's starting to behave itself. I hate these. I'm replacing this. I'm gonna do it with a bolt that's got sides so I can use a socket on it. Right, next, let's remove the seat. Stick it in gear. Roll it so it doesn't go any further. Now, it shouldn't be able to go flying forwards when you do this. There we are. Second piece of the puzzle. There's the other one. Let's get some WD-40 on that. So if we grab a pliers or mole grips, grab hold of that, and then undo that. Oh, I think I used command strips or something. Yeah, it's license plate screw, and it's little nut. Just always put your nuts back on your screws and bolts. 7/16, and let's get some Allen keys. Coming under here. Zoom in. There. Looks like these are the Allen bolts. So there's the top one, there's the left, there's the right. That's a 3/16 Allen key. So stick a 7/16 spanner on this end. Get your Allen key on the other end. And then you can either hold the Allen key and turn the spanner, or hold the spanner and turn the Allen key. Always screw, washer, and nut. And then repeat the steps for the others. I have a 3/16 bit. That'll make this much easier. So yeah, I've got a socket set with the 3/16 on it. That'll make this much easier. Okay, spanner on there. Much easier. One screw, washer, and nut. And you got this last one. This last one's a little bit different because it's actually got a nut on the end, but then this is holding that bar there as well. So let's get a socket on the end of that, and then spanner on the other. Right, that's not a 7/16 anymore. Okay, so on mine, this is actually a 10mm metric. You might have a different bolt. I think I just use this one in a pinch. 10mm metric or 13/32. Socket on the bottom, same again. Spanner on the top. Now it's time to lightly reassemble it all so you don't forget where it all goes. All the screws are back where they came from. License plate done. Next, brake light. Just get a crosshead screwdriver. Just need to loosen this off because the screws actually stay attached to the brake light. See, there it comes away. We just need to unplug this here, which should just be a case of squeeze it. Squeeze that little lip there. Brake light comes off. Next, left indicator, right indicator. That goes to the main wiring harness. All it is tab at the top, push down, pull it out. Tab at the top, push down, pull it out. Then they disappear back through there. And then this one, just a tab on the side there. Squeeze it, and as if by magic, that disappears back through that hole. Other side of this one, there it is. That one right there. I'm going to stick a spanner on the end of that. And I've got my socket on this end here. There it goes. I'm just going to reassemble it as it was. Went in through here. Washer on it. Little nut. 2 parts of the brake light done. Oh, we've got a little C-ring thing we forgot about here. Get some pliers and encourage it off. You could just grab like that, and then that piece will just fall away. Careful not to completely scuff up your paintwork like I'm doing, but this is getting repainted, so I don't care. That's C-ring. Go back on there. You can put the seat screw back in, so that doesn't go missing. Now all of the dressing is off. Let's start focusing on the actual bolts that hold this thing on. Start off with these back ones. Yours might not be this big. This is because I have the backrest. Allen key, 3/16. 3/16 is almost snug, but it doesn't feel very great in there, if I'm honest. I'm gonna go with 3/16. This one at the back. The underside of this leads to a plate that holds that cable bar thing out the way. So let's just show you that. Okay, this bolt here. See if we can see it through here. There it is there. There's the plate. And this here is the bar that goes around. Maybe we can get a better angle on it. So here it is. This is the plate. As we take the bolt out, this will fall away. There it goes. Going up and under. This bar here, there it is. This bar here is what holds your cables out of the way. As we've taken out this bolt, and we're about to take out this bolt, which have these plates to hold up that bar, it's going to fall away. So just watch. Okay, so the GoPro froze and then died. So I'm just doing a little bit of post footage so you can kind of see all the stuff that was missed. If we look underneath it, so this is the bar that holds your cables out of the way, and that cable is also tucked into this. So when you're disassembling this, reach under, untuck your cables from that, untuck it from there, so you can get it all the way out of the way. And then we have these 3 things to undo. So this rear one, 3/16 Allen key to undo it, but it screws into this plate, which holds up this bar, which holds your cables out of the way. When you undo your second one of these, this bar will fall away and that plate will probably fall on the floor, so just get ready to catch that. See how's that coming out? Once all your cables are loose from this. Next down the line, so you get your 3/16 Allen key in there, and a 1/2-inch spanner on this side. And that will just pop straight out. Now the indicator is the tricky one. So you just brace the indicator light and start undoing the nut with a 1/2-inch spanner. What will probably happen is the indicator will come loose from the bolt, but then that gives you enough maneuverability to get a 5/8 spanner behind this cover onto that, and then you brace against that to undo the nut on the underside. It will come apart like this. And there it is. This is the bit that screws into the indicator. This is the bit that has the nut. And the fender sits between the nut and this welded on piece. Like that. And then last thing to do is just to pull your cable back through. when you're done, put all your bits back where they came from, so then you don't lose them. Those two out, breast cover still on tight. 1/2 inch. Oh my god, that is in there. Right, that one was a bit stuck. I started loosening up. I'm just gonna hold this indicator out under pressure. Perseverance is key with this one. Either the nut comes loose or the indicator will fall off. Okay, indicator fell off. Shouldn't have been holding it that hard. But that's good, because when the indicator comes loose, that means we can then pull the stress cover back, get the 1/2 inch under there, 5/16 or 5/8, sorry, on here. Maybe some damaged threads. A bit back and forth and gets it. When in doubt, just back and forth it out, because that'll stop the rust from binding. Oh. There's the nut. The screw is loose, so this should now pop off. Now we just need to get the cable out from in here. Let's reassemble it all quickly. There you go. Okay, that should leave us with only 2 more things to do, and that's the main fender bolt and also the cable. So for this one, you need a T40 Torx bit and a 1/2 inch socket on the other side, because there's a nut come under. There it is. Well, actually, I think that's actually a bolt. Yeah, that's not a nut, that's a bolt. And then that bolts into this. Ah, yes, I remember now. Let's start off by cracking it first. Get a good weight on that. About perpendicular. Then, that doesn't feel like that's cracked. That hasn't, that's still moving. So, grab a socket. Socket is on it. There we go, that's done it. Careful, the fender will fall away. You want to catch it. Washer, bolt, and this doohickey that it plugs into. Final thing is the cable. So this should just pop right out of here, like so. But the cable is still attached. If we look underneath, you'll see Gorilla Glue was not the best idea for this. There's like this cable snake, and it just has to come off. So just peel it off gently, and then the fender comes loose. That doesn't look like a split now. I'm definitely not using Gorilla Glue again. Look at that phlegmy mess. There you have. Fender disconnected. Ordinarily, I'd say to put this bolt back in, just so you remember where it came from. But as I'm going to be painting this, we'll leave this one out. Still a couple more bits though, and that's these little plastic covers. They just pop off. 1, 2. There's not one here because that's where the seat screw goes. And then lastly, okay, so this thing here, it's like rubber. I feel like I could get that out if I needed to, but as this is hidden away under the seat, I'm just going to leave it there. I decided not to give up on this thingy. Let's see if it comes out with some more ribs. Okay, so it turns. Oh, yeah. So this is metal, which means that must just be rubber. Oh, that should pop out. Perfection. This is just a piece of rubber tube, O-ring on either side thing, and this metal doohickey, all the technical terms, goes into it like that. And one more thing. Got that little piece of plastic. And there you have it. That is how you get the rear fender off of a Harley Davidson Sportster. If you want to see how to reassemble it, it's pretty much the same in reverse, but you'll have to wait until I do the video where I sand back all the paint. We're painting it again, because as you can see, it's not happy with what I did before. And in that video, I will show the reassembly process. But until then, we'll call that done.